welcome, PocketWatch here, and it seems it's about time for another episode of Hanachirasu. So yeah, let's just go to the episode, let's just not waste any more time, and let's do it because I think we are getting close to the end of the story of the predecessor of Muramasa. So yeah, let's just go and let's see what's going to happen. I have a feeling like maybe 1 or 2 episodes more, and we're going to be finishing this, because what's left? Igarasu got to know that Akane has a sister. He will probably take her into account, into like getting into him and everything. So yeah, let's just go, I guess, and let's see what's going to happen. Oh my god, I love this soundtrack in my menu. Woo! Let's go. So remember, leave a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it, you can subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check my Discord, check my stuff, that's in the description. You know the drill, let's do it. And the game is loading long as ever. Finally, okay. It is surprising how many people believe that doctors exist to save lives. If that were truly the case, then no one would ever die, would they? Akane considers this while picking his nails with hairpin. Doctors deal in death. Their clients come to them unsatisfied with the fate that nature has decreed, so they trade it in for the different end. Don't feel like dying of tuberculosis? No problem. A doctor will fix it so you can die in a crash car 3 days later instead. Ooh, that's okay. That's kinda grim thoughts. We are just as dead either way, since doctors don't actually change anything. Akane considers them a kind of entertainer. Wow. Entertainer. Really, Akane? Well, they prolong your life as long as they can. So why can't this guy wear a nice, bright smile like comedians and prostitutes who are in his peers? How does he expect it to entertain clients with such a gloomy expression and slow tone? Yeah, that's not what he wants. Don't want to be considered as the comedian. Also, he's probably bringing you sad news about your sister. And he calls himself a professional. Yep, pretty much. Akane also has a hard time understanding why the man stops him in the middle of the hallway to deliver this news. Yeah, it's like Akane is like, yeah, I know. Maybe he thought that the bright light streaming in through windows would soften the impact. Unfortunately, the light serves only to illuminate the doctor's scalp, its brilliant shine, telling Akane that what little growth still remains is some buried beneath the desert sand. But what's actually her illness? I still don't know what kind of illness she has. I mean, yeah, she was like in the accident and stuff, but maybe it's like mental. Maybe she just don't want to live anymore or something. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I mean, there's no cure for everything, like there's no cure for cancer and stuff, so at least not yet. Maybe in some close future or something, who knows. But yeah, technology is evolving all the time, and you cannot just save everyone with current technology. There's always something new, something unpredictable that will happen, and you just cannot deal with this. Well, hardly brutal criticism. Akane casual rebuke seems to hit home. The doctor turned away with a theatrical cut, his face looking more hugging than before. Haggard. After a time, he speaks softly, as though to the polished linoleum floor. Wow, he's going to play this card, huh? How will Akane react to this? I wonder if he will like react. So you are blaming me? You're blaming me? You wanna die? Now it is Akane's turn to look away, though not out of shame or guilt. The doctor's words have merely reminded him how much time has passed since he brought her to the hospital. I guess I should be thankful she lasted this long. Akane thinks, recalling the condition she was in before coming here. The doctor pauses briefly before continuing. So regression and amnesia. Huh. Is this, how do you call this? Oh my god, I forgot. That's the illness that makes you like forget stuff. It's like the older you get, you are more likely to get this. How is it called? You know what I mean, right? Older people usually have this, so maybe she developed it like earlier. The thing that makes you forget about stuff. Oh my god, I literally forget. How the hell is that possible? My grandfather had that. Oh my god, okay, my brain is just like, okay, sometimes I cannot like remember like things, okay. I will remember later, probably.
その点に関しちゃよくやってくれたと思ってるよ。まともに口が聞けるようになっただけでもここに来る前とじゃ大きな違いだ。
それはあなたの存在あってこそでしょう。我々はほとんど何もできなかったし、何もできないまま終わります。
The doctor breathes a heavy sigh, as if expelling some great weight from his soul, then closes his mouth. He seems to be searching for the next words. Here I can realize that this man has been sincere with him this whole time. He has held no part of himself back while speaking to his patient, whenever pride, guilt, excess or regret allowed Kakana to see them unadulterated. What the fuck is this word? Who's making these? Whoever makes English, who made that? What the fuck? Unadulterated. What the fuck is that? Must be his own brand of professionalism. In which case, Akane already knows what he will say next. The doctor opens his mouth to speak, only to swallow his words with a gasp when Akane thrusts an open hand in front of his face. Wow, believing so strongly. He's in denial. Akane knows that this man won't understand, but he still drives on.
そうだな。花から医者は関係なかったんだ。医者がいようといまいと、俺は彼女を死なせなかったし、なら彼女が死ぬはずはなかった。
Perhaps Akane is speaking to himself instead. With each word, he recalls the meaning of Sho's life. She has absolute faith that her purpose will keep her alive, just as the religious man believes unquestioningly in a god he has never seen. Okay. At first, the doctor seems shocked, perhaps wondering whenever he should refer Akane to a doctor of his own. But soon, understanding down on his face. And with it comes pity, clearly visible in his gaze. It is an old, well-used emotion, no doubt one has pulled from the storeroom of his heart many times before in situations like this. Yeah, he just thinks like, yeah, he believes so strongly, even there's no hope, then he still believes. Well, I mean, Akane is like basically in normal mindset that anyone with close family in this situation would have. You would like believe until the end that everything will be fine. You would like to reassure the person that everything is fine. Damn, this topic is kinda heavy. God damn it. Ah. Footsteps approach from down the hallway, at least breaking the silence. At last. This is the signal that they needed to bring their conversation to an end. Akane turns away, then walks off in the direction of the nearing footsteps. These turn out to belong to a familiar nurse. Hi, new random character that we'll never see again. With kinda generic sprite, I guess.
どうも。
また泊まり込みでお姉さんの付き添い？いい弟さんね。うちのはもう可愛げがないったら。
姉離れができないだけですよ、俺は。
それぐらいがいいんだってば。一度離れちゃうともう口も聞こうとしないんだから。まったくお前のおしめを取り替えてやって。
It's not how it works.
普通はそんなもんじゃないですか？
She tried looking doctor. The tired-looking doctor walks past the laughing pair. Akane thinks he hears the man whisper, "Take care," and then he's gone. Okay. Whoa, several days? Holy shit. That's kind of time skip. Several days have passed since Takegawa Yumi was assassinated, and there has been no noticeable change at Takegawa-owned hospital. Okay.
おはようございます。もう起きてたんですね。
She's already awake and ready by the time he enters her room. Not that she's much to do to prepare. Her room faces west, away from the sun, so she normally wakes up a little later. Today she seems in unusually good spirits. He can see her smiling beneath the head metal visor. And before he can ask what has her cheerful, she parts her delicate lips and speaks. Oh, what kind of dream?
夢？
いい夢。そのせいじゃないかな。早く起きちゃったのも。なんだか気分が良くて。
どんな夢ですか？
She nods enthusiastically, like she was just waiting for him to ask, then says,
将棋をしたの。
"Nice.
将棋？
Let's play now." Okay, well, I'm going to play Shogi with you. Come on, Akane, do it.
あかね好きでしょ？
We know he do. I mean, he played in Yumi's place. I mean, maybe he don't like, but he definitely can.
ええ。
It's pretty much his only hobby, though he hasn't had much chance to play it lately.
上手だったよね。
どうでしょう？
違うの？でも夢では、あかねが私にやり方を教えてくれてたんだよ。
And that's probably what happened, but you don't have memory of this. Because your mind is regressing and you're losing memories, so that's probably true. Her room is kept dim for the sake of her damaged eyes, but it always gets a nice breeze in exchange. The brisk morning air seems to be fueling her light-hearted recollection.
けど、全部は教えてくれないから、どんどん相手の人に駒を取られちゃって。
Okay, smart.
意地が悪いですね。夢の中の俺は。
違うよ。全部教えたら面白くないから、あかねはそうしてくれてたの。
Okay.
私、負けてたけど楽しかったもの。
そうですか。
すごく楽しかった。 それでね。
The breeze stays strong, and her words keep flowing with no end in sight. Akane listens, her gentle smile never fading. Okay. Some wholesome time spending with... Oh! We have Igarasu playing Shogi now. What if the last battle will be the battle of Shogi? Instead of swords. I'm not reading this. I'm sorry. I tried last time. From his seat by the open door, Igarasu can see the garden shining golden in the first light of dawn, and yet its beauty is powerless to captivate him. His attention is focused solely on the shogi board at his knees, a board set with only one player's pieces. He makes one move after another, at times swift and sure, at times after careful deliberation. When he pauses, it is only to consider his own move. He has no need to think about how his phantom opponent would play. They probably used to play together. Akane and Igarasu. He knows exactly how his opponent would move in any given situation, yet has trouble developing his own response. How can this be? Akane was the same, right? He had the problem with his own moves. I don't remember now. You can remind this to me in the comments. But I think it's the same situation. There was a time when he spent many a night playing this game. Okay, English. Always against the same opponent. Back then, there was a woman who had sworn to protect. He had sworn to protect with his life, and a friend whom he believed would fight at his side. Yep. Now he is neither. 4 years. 4 years since that friend slew his beloved and vanished into the flames. Into the flames, eh? Okay. Now the woman is dead, and the friend is hated enemy. 4 years. His gaze remains fixed upon the board, but his eyes only see the past, that momentary dream of happiness from which he was so cruelly awakened. So long ago. I remember now. Oh shit, that's a smile. Holy crap. I remember the illness. That's I meant Alzheimer. That's what I meant. Alzheimer. When you like forget stuff. That's what I meant. Okay. So who's this guy? This is the Watabe? What, that was his name? I think? The assassin. Oh, Watari. Okay. From the shadow of the garden tree, Watari Shirobe watches Igarasu Yoshiya playing shogi alone, all the while continuing his conversation with the unpredictable man on the other side of the phone. Oh? 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 Which is easier to deal with? A fatally unlucky man or a yeti? Watari can't decide. It's best not to get involved with either. Unfortunately, his life seems to be a constant parade of such fellows.
うまくいったって言っていいんじゃないでしょうか。こちらの予定とはだいぶ違っちゃいましたが、結果的には。
Oh, we have some masterminds that wants Igarasu and Akane fight each other? Oh, wait. Maybe I was wrong about... No, wait, Akane played this. Akane is with Watari, with Watari. Akane is with Watari, maybe. Okay, we need confirmation who he's speaking with. Luckily, there are no clouds atop of the Yeti mountain. The man on the other end of the phone is laughing mirthfully. Okay. He seems to be using a friendly persona today for a change. What? but it's impossible to predict his rapid mood changes. And so Atari chooses his words carefully while maintaining his cheerful tone.
矛止めの回をいきなりぶっ潰されちゃった時はびっくらしましたけどね。どうしようかと思いましたよ、そりゃ。あの人たちにはまだまだ暴れてもらうつもりでしたし。
Okay, who are you? What's your fraction? After years of dealing with this man, Atari has learned the trick to staying on his good side. The man's thought process are all mapped out in Watari's head. He needed only follow the correct path. That alone proves that this man is far less than his forebears. She would never have let her underlings play her like this. Huh?
ですが、結末はこういうことになったわけで。いや、何が幸いするやらわかりませんね、世の中。
Doing good, corrects the voice on the other hand. A bloodline is much like the puncture hose. Not only does precious water escape, but foreign elements got mixed into the flow. Small indeed, as the amount that makes it through unsoiled. So while this man might not measure up to his predecessors, that is hardly his fault. That said, it would be nice if he could understand sarcasm. Shirobe thinks, of course, that would be a different problem altogether. I meant goo. That's all you're worth after all. Perhaps Watari should have spelled it out for him. This man could use an unbraiding once in a while.
滝川の社長派はこれで終わりでしょう。もう担ぐみこしがありませんからね。副社長派は半分型、あなたの息がかかってますし、望みうる最良の事態になったのでは？東京に宿る石間の意志があなたを選んだとしか思えません。
Okay, so basically they are similar to Hakodama no Kai, but Hakodama no Kai was used by them. Okay, so we have Tokigawa, Hakodama no Kai, and these guys are basically making a war between Hakodome and Tokigawa. Because they talk about this Ishima guy Hakodama no Kai are following, apparently. These are some higher ups from them. Huh. Okay, plot thickens. The laughter that greets his throwing prize is jolly, suggesting that the man on the other hand of the phone has once again missed the underlying contempt. Several kilometers away, this helpless fool is sitting atop his skyscraper, congratulating himself on having squirreled glory.
残るは後始末だけです。はい、もちろん今度はちゃんと予定通りに片付けますとも。どうかご心配なく。
Okay. Even as he silently curses his luck for having to deal with such stupidity, Watari Shirobe never drops his salesman manner. Ah! Maybe it's not going to end in 1 or 2 episodes. It seems like we have some more plots to uncover. Huh. Early that evening, Akane pays a visit to its Surin hotel in Fugawa. From the outside, it doesn't look very high class, and upon entering, he finds the inside just average as expected. With hotels, you tend to be able to judge the books by its cover. The classier the hotel, the more opulent the decor. Maybe it's part of the marketing strategy to let entering customers show off to passers-by. Akane forgoes the elevator, instead taking the stairs to Itsuren's 5th floor room. He knocks on the door. Okay. Well, he did leave the sword at Itsurin, like hands, so obviously he goes to take it back. So his sword was named Wind, right? If I remember correctly. Okay, turns the knob and steps inside. He leaves his shoes on, as is the norm for the Western style hotel. This saves time, but he can't shake the feeling that he's being crude. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Hi, Itsurin. She doesn't seem surprised to see him, even though he gave her no warning of his coming. It makes sense. Akane decides. He knew from past experience that she would have finished with his sword by now. She was probably expecting him. Yep, pretty much.
来たんだが、
ビンゴだよ。ほら。
She drives his shift sword from behind the bed, where it could get the air circulation without being exposed to direct sunlight. Is the air circulation important for the sword? Anyone knows in the comments? Can you let me know? Anyone knows? Any historical slash smithing knowledge? Then hands it to him with the blade facing the ceiling. He takes it and draws it in one smooth motion. The unblemished 70 centimeter blade glitters silver in the light of the setting sun. The steel is perfectly smooth, having not yet been broken in. It looks just as it did the first day that he laid eyes upon it, all those years ago. But looks aren't everything. He looks askance at her, but Itsurin says nothing, only stares at him blankly as though awaiting his opinion. It seems his feeling was right on the money. Just to be sure, he gives the sword a light practice swing, though he still takes care to drop his weight into the strike. Swords with a blood channel tends to make a whistling sound when swung properly. Blood channel? What do you mean blood channel? What is the blood channel? So many technicalities. Akane sword has no channel, but the speed of this slash produced the same effect nevertheless. Okay, someone in the comments once again, blood channel. Any info, please? However, the sharp sound that echoes through the room is different from the one he's accustomed to, if only slightly. It is as is the feel of the hilt against his hands.
おい、
何かな？
あんたの研ぎってここまでヘボだったっけか？
Wow.
こらこら、なんだその失敬な言い草は。
なんだじゃねえよ。
Akane gives it another swing. He hears the same sound, feels the same tug as before. There's no question that they are different from what he remembers. But where is this difference coming from? Akane hears his teeth grinding.
軽くなってんじゃねえか。
Is that a good thing though? You want this to be faster if this is as same like strong blade as it was before, then that's beneficial to you.
そりゃ研いだんだしな。当たり前だろ。
I mean, I guess technically you grind out some metal out of it, so
だからって普通20グラムも減るか？
20 grams, okay, that's a lot.
正しくは19グラムだ。しかしいい感してるね、君。
Its own expression hasn't changed a whit. Longing luxuriously in her chair, she looks like she should be swirling a glass of wine in her hand rather than the bottle of the vending machine tea. He peers at her intently, determined to pierce her veil of superiority.
刀を粗末にする投稿ってのも希少だな。
Okay.
缶入り緑茶を開発したのはうちの会社ですって。そんな自慢されても反応に困るんだが。何？
She's so good.
刀剣への愛情を失ったことなどないとも。それが自分の打った刀であればなおのことね。
その実の子に体壊すほどダイエットさせといて言うセリフか。
Okay.
風の宿りは誰か知る。
あ？
The sudden cryptic verse throws him off. He realizes that Itsurin is gazing enraptured at the sword. Her eyes, indeed, those of an adoring mother. She reaches out to touch the shining silver blade. Not with her fingertips, of course, as that would smash the virgin steel, but resting one nail gently against its razor sharp point. The sword connects them, like a bridge between two shores.
体を壊させたりはしない。お？健康のためのダイエットなら親心ってものだろ。どういうこと？これが本来の風なんだよ。これまでは贅肉がついていた。つけていたって言うべきだな。
Okay.
必要以上に重ねを厚くしておいたんだ。
So I was right. Like, it's better and beneficial for it, so I kinda should be happy actually about this. I mean, technically, if you think about this, it feels different. So his techniques and like timing on stuff can be off balance now because he have years of experience with a bit heavier blade and might harm his like techniques if you think about this. But on the other hand, it's way better sword now. It's way faster. So there's pluses and minuses for that.
なんでそんなことを？
Akane certainly doesn't recall asking for such a weapon.
昔の君にはそれがふさわしかったからだよ。しかし今の君には
Huh.
これが必要になる。
Okay. I guess because... Oh. Wow. I see what she did. Okay. She's aware of EI of Igarasu. And she created faster sword for Akane so he can match him. Wow. I see it now. Even the tiny application of force is enough to set the hilt wobbling in Akane's hand. Whatever Scratches says, the weapon's lightness is extremely disconcerting. He doesn't doubt that it will be even easier to wield, but then, it was perfectly manageable to begin with. He sees no reason to be grateful for an improvement that wasn't remotely necessary. Well, your technique was too slow before, so maybe it's fast enough now.
折れねえだろうな。もちろん肉を削った分強度は落ちている。下手な使い方をしたら切り込んだだけで刀身がひん曲がるかもしれないね。勘弁しろよ。
Akane groans as he recalls such a scene. On an episode of some very TV program, weightlifting champion attempted to cut through a straw practice dummy with a live sword. As long as the strike is performed correctly, even a child can accomplish this with ease. This man, however, failed to keep the edge of his blade in a line with the stroke. When he tried to force the stack weapon through, he ended up holding a modern art masterpiece. Nice. That was the first and thus far only time Akane has seen a sword bent by 90-degree angle. Wow, what will be the next? Will the next be his?
何？心配はいらない。今の君なら使いこな。
Okay, so basically you was not ready for that before, but now you improved, now you are worthy of the true wind. Though her words are as firm as declarations ever, her tone is not as forceful as one might expect. She speaks with perfect calm, showing neither overconfidence nor doubt. Much like a history professor, going over established fact. She recalls that she often used such a tone when speaking of words, of sorts, though whenever she was always right, that he cannot say. But at last, he doesn't remember ever winning such an argument against her. Akane gives up. Itsurin is hogging the only chair, so he takes a seat on the bed. He scans the room, but doesn't find what he looks for.
砥石化してくれ。はいよ。
She pulls a small stone from her breast pocket. What was he doing here? And tosses it to him. He sees the stone comfortably on his palm, then rubs it gently along the monouchi, the area from the middle of the blade to about 9 centimeters below the tip, where the sword generates its greatest force. This is called breaking in the sword. The stones introduce near microscopic serrations to the edge of the blade, thereby making it easier to saw through flesh and bone. Some swords don't take well to this process. He is scared, but after trying both, Akane has decided that he prefers a broken in blade to an untouched one. He always does it himself. A polisher will do a satisfactory job, but can never get exactly the way Akane likes it. He's rather hesitant to wound a beautifully polished blade, even for the sake of sharpness, but he no longer has the luxury of such concerns. His weapon must be ready for battle at the moment notice. In an emergency, it is possible to sharpen a sword against whenever sand or dirt happen to be around, but this causes needless damage and runs the risk of cracking the steel against a random stone. It should be avoided like the plague. Are swords really that delicate? Like, can you really damage sword by trying to like polish it with like random stone? Is that really a thing? I don't know. Itsuri does not say a word while Akane devotes himself to task. Only the mindless droning of the television continues to disrupt the silence. You can be sure, since he's not looking at the screen, but it sounds like a local news. The commentators are going on about the recent changes in Tokyo political landscape. Their tone, sickeningly self-important, as though everyone in the city hasn't been talking about exactly the same thing these past several days. Yeah.
事の発端は滝川による海への攻撃ではなく、その前にあった海側の襲撃でもないということですか？
そりゃそうですよ。今回の事件の全てがそこから始まったんだとしたら、いくらなんでも展開が早すぎるでしょう。
Okay.
一月も経ってないじゃないですか。
まあそうですね。
連邦が崩壊した時だって部外者から見れば突然の大事件だったけど、あれもいろいろと計画。
では先生はいつから今回の事件が始まっていたと？
Akane continues to sound his sword carefully. After each light brush of the stone, he pauses to inspect the blade. If it looks good, he moves on the next section. If not, he gives it one more pass. The process is irreversible, so one must be careful to not overdo it.
いずれにしろ滝川商事は経済界の王者としての地位を失うということですね。
Huh.
失うしかないでしょう。考えても
それはやっぱり政治家と結びついて。
久留米君、君はどうしてそういうことばっかり言うのかな。思いつきで適当なこと言わないでよ。そんなだから近所の陛下を意味名で呼んだり。
His Majesty. Oh? Who is?
はあ、すいません。でもこれはですね。
重要なのは滝川の武力なんですよ。
The key is how much pressure you put into each stroke. You mustn't be too forceful. Better to use a soft touch. Too soft, however, and you might drop the stone against the delicate blade. You do not want this to happen. Stone to blade, stone to blade. Even the slightest lapse in concentration could be disastrous.
滝川なら大事な物資をちゃんと守って消費者のところに送り届けてくれる。
はい。
だけどその信仰が崩れちゃったわけ。よりによって社長をテロリストに殺されちゃったんだよ。難攻不落の要塞だと思ってたもんが。
ですよね。一番厳重に守られていたはずのトップが殺されちゃったわけですからね。
Yeah.
あの社長さ、まだ若いのに気の毒だって。
まあ仕方ないでしょう。滝川商事もこれまでにいろいろやってきたわけですから。
だからね、久留米。
Okay. Akane inspects his work. Perfect. Last, he rubs a thin coat of rust-proofing oil into the steel, then returns the blade to its sheath. When he finally looks up, he finds the television turned off and Hitsuri sitting beside him on the bed, gazing down at his face.
なんだよ。
Her eyes seems to be staring into his soul, feeling distinctly uncomfortable. Akane looks away and wraps the back of his neck. Hitsuri says nothing, but just then, yeah, she probably expect him like, she's like, it's your doing. Is it really you who like made her killed? A wild hand slips past his face, and then the next thing he knows, he has been pulled into Itsuri's bosoms. Oh, okay. What? Oh shit! I don't mind being in a kind of skin now. Okay. I don't know how about you, but I like this. Oh my god, Akane really looks like I don't know, he looks like he's like, I don't know, like 14 or like 15. What the fuck? No wonder everyone calls him cute. Akane blinks in confusion, struck speechless by her sudden embrace. He's not normally aware of its serene femininity, but at this distance, it is impossible to be anything but, yeah. The comforting softness against his cheek begins to lull him into the stupor, but just as his eyes begin to close, he snaps out of it and tries to pull away.
ダメだ
Okay. It's already tall and well built, with many years of working the forge behind her. Her strength might very well surpass him. Yeah, I can see that. That's not going to be easy to break. I don't think like you can, so well, you are going to be dominated by mommy, I guess. Perhaps not, but to test it would require much nerve. Losing could do significant harm to his masculinity.
なんだよ
風の吹き回しってやつ
Okay.
そいつはどういう
Oh shit! Okay, they're doing this. Okay, I mean, he tries to finish, only to have the word vanish down its certain throat when she leaves his jaw and seals his mouth with a kiss. Okay, we are doing that. I mean, this is good CG. This is well drawn. Their eyes met, and then the warmth of her lips drives all else from his mind. Not satisfied with merely draining his breath, she necks her abs against his teeth with her tongue. Then he relents, grants it passage. The thick, wet muscle drives inside like a probing tentacle. She planters his mouth mercilessly, her hand stroking his cheek all the while, she wondering idly why he's not annoyed by such treatment. Okay, so yeah, demonetized. Thanks, Hanachirasu. It must be because it's her, he concludes, having no other answer, though he's not sure why he knows that is the only reason. Or maybe it's not that he doesn't mind when Itsuri does it, but that Itsuri only does it when she knows he won't mind. Come to think of it, in all that time together, she has never once done anything to seem overly aggressive. That said,
不満がないわけじゃねえんだけど
okay.
知らないな
Wow. She's just like, yeah, shut up, you're mine now. You do what I say.
甘いなよ久しぶりに抱いてやる
For the old time's sake, eh? So you were in the relationship before, huh? Okay, crazy idea. Oh no, wait, that's impossible. Okay, never mind. Scrap that mind. Okay, never mind. I just made some cursed theory. Never mind.
俺にそんなこと言う女あんただけだぞ
そうだろうね
俺の意志は
嫌なのか
嫌だ
Wow. He puts up a token show of resistance, knowing full well that it serves only his pride.
ダメ聞いてあげない
Okay. Yep, she's watching him again. He was always watching, though he never knew why. Just out of arm's reach. Her gaze never questioning, never accusing, but infinitely accepting. Always the same. While talking, at meals, and during his training. Those times, he would go to sleep alone only to find her beside him when he awoke. And then, first night, they made love. She was always watching Akane, and watching him. Garasu, I guess, huh? He asked her once why she stared at them so, and why her gaze was always the same when she did. She smiled and waved her hand dismissively. Her tone was light and joking. Why then did she seem so sad? Even now, it remains a mystery. Okay, Itsurin, what's your real identity? Like, who are you to them? Every time I look, she said, I wonder if every time I look, she said, I wonder if I will see something different. But I've been watching you two all this time, and it's always the same. Maybe that's why my gaze never changes. Was she expecting some change? He still does not understand what she meant. 4 years ago, she watched him with her gentle gaze. And now, 4 years later, it is exactly as he remembers. I always see the same thing, she said. That's why it never changed. Is what she sees in him now no different than it was back then? You haven't changed a bit, she said at the reunion. He responded in kind, but in heart he was thinking, how can that be? Everything has changed. Nothing remained of that idyllic life and that man he once was. Does she not see it?
なあ、昔よりいい男になってんだろ俺。
Everyone calls you cute, actually.
いいや、
Yeah.
同じだよ。
Her tone is teasing.
昔と同じ。
Yep, you're beautiful. Yep. Again, it's happening again. She seems somehow sorrowful. Akane can't say that about her, giving him this impression. Perhaps. A thought crossed his mind. Perhaps she knew all along what fate had in store for them. Perhaps one glance was enough to tell her where the stories would end and what path would lead them there. Maybe that's why, as she embraced him 4 years later, her gaze is the same as it always was. As she watched all the time, only to see the same things and feel the same sadness.
あかね、
Oh.
ん？
私はね、自分の生き方を後悔したことって
Okay.
あまりない。
あんたらしいな。
君のこともだ。後悔したことはない。
Okay.
だけど、一度だけ言ってみてもいいかな。
Okay.
二度は言わないよ。これっきり。
何さ。
例えば、
Uh-huh.
ああ。
それを全く別の刀に打ち直すこともできると思う。
Okay.
できねえだろ。
削って研ぎ直して。弱くなるかもしれないが。
Oh, she wants to change Akane. Wow. Because she have like respect and everything for both of them, she still loves them. Maybe like, I don't know, apprentices or like, or something. I don't know. I mean, like she like love of someone who's like taking care of them, probably. So she don't want them to fight. So she's trying to tell him to just as the sword. I can change the sword. So maybe you can change as well. And maybe you don't have to fight Igarasu, and she do the same with Igarasu. Like, maybe you can change. Wow, it's Surin. Holy shit.
鍛冶師が喜んでやるようなこととは思えねえな。
違いない。けどね、私も刀鍛冶だけの私じゃない。けどね、君が断るのなら。
Yeah.
これからの私は刀鍛冶だけの私になるだろう。
Yeah, if you cannot change the sword, you will still be just the smith.
いつりん。
さ、
Oh shit! I have literally choice on this. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. I also backlog. You know what? I will do what I think should happen. I know this is not a story about heroes. I know this is probably going to go horribly wrong. But I kind of want Akana to change. Akana is awesome and stuff, but I have a feeling like I want him to change, and Igarasu as well. And we are with Itsurin for so long time. We know her for such a long time, and she means business now. She will say this only once. You can see that it's like her pride here going away, just to ask for that. I think I will accept her offer. I want to see if it's possible for Akana to change. I will accept her offer. Yo!
どこへ行くんだ
Instantly new thing. Okay. This is actually cool. Wow, the colors are so bright. This is actually cool looking. I like it.
北
北のどこ
さあ
決めてねえのかよ
決めてない
威張るなよいつりん俺は弱くなったか
そうだね
Ha!
と
You're weaker. Okay.
だよな
けど折れてはいない折れてはいないよ
Yeah, makes sense.
折れなかった君たちは
You and he are still whole.
そうだな
私はそれが嬉しいすごく嬉しいんだよ
でどこ行くんだ
北
だから北のどこだよ
さあ
決めろよ
そのうちねまあ心配するな
Oh! So this choice basically makes him leave the city and his old life behind him. That's what it means, grind your sword and everything. Like, dust your previous life and build it anew.
責任
君の面倒は私が見てやる
そうか
So they're escaping from Igarasu, basically. Akana looks to the horizon. A beautiful sunset. Wait, but he's leaving his sister. Wait, that's wrong. No, why? No! Sister still needs you. Go back. Oh my god, this is the ending? I reached the ending of Hanachirasu finally! Okay, I think I will end the episode here. I think that was the bad ending. I didn't unlock the extra, so this is some kind of like optional ending, I guess. I would call it quote like good ending, maybe? Because Akana just forget his like past that we still don't know much about, to be honest. He don't want to fight Igarasu anymore, and he will start new life along with Itsurin, which is probably good for him. I still wonder what would happen to Sho in this situation, what Igarasu would do. So this ending is kinda... I feel like this is kinda empty ending. It's like I don't have like any feeling that this is like amazing ending. It's just like I kinda starting new life. That's it. But we still have a lot of like things that I want to uncover. Akane and Igarasu past. what will happen with Akane's sister? Why Akane did what he did? Did he have like definitely some unfinished business there? Like he cannot just leave like that. So yeah, I think we'll just go and check the next option next time. So that's the first ending we reached. Akane's new life, I guess. That's what I will call it. I don't know if that's how this ending is called, but that's how I will call it. Akane's new life. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for being with me, and I will see you in the next episode. So thanks once again, and for the Pocket Watch, it's going out.